In boxing, no one is invincible. Some fighters seem untouchable in their prime, but age and fatigue humbles us all. The passing of the torch is an inevitable event in the sport. Sometimes it's a celebration, an exchange between two generational fighters. But usually it's a funeral, a sad ending to a once great boxer's career. We can't picture it right now, but even today's champions will one day meet their conqueror. No one enters the ring thinking they're gonna lose, but after watching great after great fall to the canvas, it got me thinking, can we predict the next generation of boxing superstars? The future adversaries to our current favorites. Canelo, Usyk, Crawford, and Inoue are currently considered the best boxers alive, but they're also on a collision course with tomorrow's champions. I want to know who's got next, and who can hold on to the throne. Jaron Boots Ennis and Jesse Bam Rodriguez are two of the brightest young stars in boxing. With their skill, speed, and power, they may very well lead the next generation of superstars. The cool thing is, they're both fighting on the same night. On November 9th, live from Philly, we have a double champion doubleheader. And all month, DAZN is running an exclusive Black Friday deal. If you sign up using my link, you'll get 50% off your subscription. Don't miss the action at DAZN.com/Murdoch or click the link in the description. We've got Boots and Bam coming up, Latino Night, Pero vs Hitchens, and Edwards vs Yafai. And of course, the Usyk and Fury rematch to end the year. You don't want to miss any of these fights, so sign up today for 50% off at DAZN.com/Murdoch. There's only one undefeated fighter in boxing history, and it ain't Floyd Mayweather or Rocky Marciano. It's Father Time. Floyd and Rocky may have escaped defeat, but their flawless records were more a result of selective matchmaking. Even the greatest of all time eventually had to fall. On October 2nd, 1980, Muhammad Ali came out of retirement to challenge undefeated champion Larry Holmes. And it was awful. Ali's former sparring partner dominated every round behind his stiff jab. The 38-year-old couldn't defend himself, and his corner stopped the fight. Before the bout, Ali's motor skills had already begun to degrade, and his speech was starting to slur. He was still 3 years out from being diagnosed with Parkinson's, but there's absolutely no reason this fight should have taken place. Ali was strapped for cash, and the allure of the limelight and an $8 million paycheck brought him back. Speaking of money, Floyd Mayweather didn't always have the money moniker. It wasn't until after he fought Oscar De La Hoya that he became the face of boxing. At the time, their 2007 showdown was the most lucrative boxing match ever fought, generating a record 2.4 million pay-per-views, earning $136 million altogether. De La Hoya was the pay-per-view king through the 90s and early 2000s and wound down his career just as Mayweather was beginning to surge. They battled to a 12-round split decision, with Money Mayweather coming out on top. Oscar had one more fight before getting retired by Manny Pacquiao, and Floyd would go on to sell 24 million pay-per-views, producing $1.6 billion across 12 fights. Mayweather retired as the richest boxer to ever do it, but his rise to the top all started by beating the Golden Boy. But boxing has always been about the heavyweights, and Vladimir Klitschko was the king of the heavyweights for over a decade. After 18 straight title defenses, it seemed like his reign would never end. But 39-year-old Vlad couldn't manage Tyson Fury's awkward punches. The title was transferred to the Gypsy King, but let's be real, it was a boring jab fest, and to be the champ, you have to take it from the champ. Fury had the crown, but he wouldn't fight again for another 3 years. The real changing of the guard took place when Klitschko fought Anthony Joshua in front of 90,000 fans at Wembley Stadium. Two muscle-bound giants, both with ridiculous knockout power. In the fifth, Joshua put the old man down, but perhaps due to inexperience, punched himself out of breath. Klitschko recovered, and in the following round, landed a bomb of a right hand, the punch that made him a champion more than a decade earlier. Joshua was rocked bad, but perhaps due to age, Klitschko held back. As the rounds carried on, AJ grew more aggressive and landed an uppercut that would have killed any other heavyweight on the planet. 41-year-old Klitschko tried to stay standing, but the damage was too much. Youth had prevailed, and the last bastion of the old era had finally fallen. 2017's Fight of the Year delivered us an exciting young champion and a proper send-off to a living legend. It's a tale as old as time. The old champion, usually motivated by money or former glory, coming out of retirement to get sparked out by a younger, hungrier fighter. We saw it with Joe Louis versus Rocky Marciano, and we're gonna see it again. Today, there are 4 champions generally recognized as the best in the sport. 4 legends who, if they retired today, would be first ballot Hall of Famers. But the question is, who's got next? Who's the young gun that's the Holmes to their Ali, the Mayweather to their De La Hoya? Well, Usyk is already 37, and after clearing out the entire division, there's not much more for him to do. Win or lose in the Fury rematch, and he's probably gonna retire. Canelo is the current face of boxing, so naturally he should pass the torch to the next pound-for-pound talent. But with his recent opponent selection, Canelo seems to be taking the easiest fights that make the most money. Crawford wants a crack, but he's just too small for the champ. Now here's where it gets interesting. Usyk and Canelo have already hit their weight limit, but Inoue and Crawford are still moving up. With every consecutive division, their chances of losing increases. Bud would be unwise to move up 2 weight classes and challenge Canelo, unless his only goal is to make money. Jaron Ennis passes the eye test at welterweight, and as he gets bigger, he'll look to prove his skills against the older champion. And after showing some cracks in his first fight at 154, everyone from junior to super middleweight wants a piece. Inoue is in an interesting position. He's in his prime, but he's also fighting in his 5th weight class, and it's starting to show. Bam Rodriguez and Junto Nakatani are both tearing up Inoue's former divisions, and they have their eyes on the champ. If Inoue's goals of fighting at junior lightweight are realized, he's got entire rosters of bigger, badder fighters that wanna knock him out. Inoue and Crawford have targets on their back, and if they're not careful, they might end up on the wrong end of a highlight reel. But who do you think has a chance of dethroning the pound-for-pound elites? Let me know in the comments down below. No one wants to see the best go out sad. Hopefully they've been smart with their money and retire when the time is right. And if they do get knocked out, let's hope it's from a challenger worthy of carrying the torch. At the end of the day, they'll be losing because they're fighting the best and striving to be great, which as boxing fans is all we can really ask for.